Hey, folks, here I am. It's Saturday once again, and I'm alive. Another week has gone by, and here I am, still kicking it. So let's see. I got everything all set up, ready to go here. Just have to wait for that magical moment, which is rapidly approaching. So I might as well get my joystick ready. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Got it burning. I'm all ready when you are. So, hey, buds, welcome aboard. It's just about that happy time. Rapidly approaching. Happy 420. Here we go. First one today. Pretty smooth for a wheat of the week. We'll get to that later. Yeah, I'm liking this. Pretty mild stuff. Well, let's get to the news. We need some light. Whoa. It's like last call here. Oh, brightness. So, Trump still doesn't think the election's over. Called a couple of, Katie, welcome aboard. Happy 420. Well, 421. So Trump still doesn't think the election's over. He had a couple of Michiganians over to the White House to see if he could convince them to stall things on the recount. And they decided they weren't going to do that. So Monday, Michigan's going to confirm for Biden. So a recount in Wisconsin would cost Trump $7.9 million. So he's not going to do that. He's only going to recount 2 counties. The counties where Madison, Wisconsin is and where Milwaukee, Wisconsin is. Because those are the 2 most racially diverse counties in the state of Wisconsin. So he figures he can get away with those for only $3 million. Okay. He figures if he turns those 2 counties around, he can turn the state around. Well, it's not going to happen. Even if they recount those 2 counties, he's still going to lose Wisconsin. And even if he wins Wisconsin, he ain't winning nothing else. You got to hear this. I have the quote on my phone just because it was easier than writing it out. But you got to hear this quote from Giuliani. This is some funny shit. This was in court in Pennsylvania. He writes, he said in court to the judge, he said, in the plaintiff's counties, they were denied the opportunity to have an unobstructed observation and ensure opacity, however you pronounce the word. Giuliani said, I'm not quite sure I know what opacity means. It probably means you can see, right? And the judge said, no, it means you can't. So Giuliani's first court appearance in years, and he makes a fool of himself, okay? So Rudy won't be making any court appearances anytime soon for Trump because turns out that Trump Jr. and Rudy's son Andy both have the virus. So Rudy is under a self-imposed quarantine, and so he won't be making any court appearances to represent Trump and make a fool of himself once again. So, but Trump fired Chris Krebs, the head of the cybersecurity for our country. Now, Chris kept saying, no, nobody's fooling with the election. There is no fraud. And then with shoe polish in his hair, he wants to charge $20,000 per day till he got quarantined. Yeah, $20,000 a day. Yeah, he isn't worth a nickel. But what are you going to do? But Chris Krebs kept saying, there is no fraud, and basically telling his boss he was full of shit. And of course, knew he was going to lose his job as a result, and he did. But he hasn't stopped talking. Okay. So it's obvious that it's obvious to everybody but Trump that he lost this election. Okay. The dumb and dumber. Yes, dumbest and dumberest. So now, the tale of two states here. Okay. South Dakota and Vermont. I got a fly bugging me today. Both Republican governors. All right. Both primarily rural states with similar populations. Okay. Now, Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota has been all anti-mask, anti-shutdown, anti-this, anti-that throughout this whole thing. So they have 8,000 cases per 100,000 people in South Dakota. Now, Governor Phil Scott, of Vermont, another primarily rural state. This fly. Another primarily rural state. Okay. About the same population. They have 500 cases per 100,000. The lowest in the nation. Okay, he's a Republican governor too, but he thought, let's follow the science. Okay, they were careful about, they had a mask mandate early on, careful about opening businesses, followed the science. Now, last week, North Dakota had 5,559 new cases. Vermont has had 3,310 total cases. Okay. Now, in September, North Dakota had the second lowest unemployment rate because they never shut down. But Vermont has the third lowest unemployment rate. So they're not doing too bad, Of course, now North Dakota hosted that Trump rally in July where they had the fireworks at Mount Rushmore. 7,000 people attended. And then they had the Sturgis rally where hundreds of thousands of people showed up for that. The same day as the Sturgis rally, Vermont issued a mask mandate and distributed 300,000 cloth masks to their residents. Okay. But there's the tail of the tape, folks. You can have 8,000 per 100,000, or you can have 500 per 100,000. You can have 5,559 in a week, or you can have 3,310 in 8 months. Okay. It all depends on whether or not you want to follow the science or you want to follow that fucking moron. Take your pick. Personally, I think the science would be the best choice. When you compare the figures, makes the most sense, doesn't it? Schools are shutting down all over the country. And primarily because teachers are getting sick. Pence and the CDC are saying, no, let's not shut down the schools. Kids need that classroom teaching. They can't be doing this video thing. Well, guess what? There's no point in the kids going to the classroom if there's nobody there to teach them. That makes no sense at all now, does it? New York closed their schools. That's the biggest school system in the whole country. New York City, they closed their schools. Kentucky governor announced they're closing all their schools on Monday. Michigan shut down all their high schools. Fucking country is red hot. I wouldn't send my kid to school. It's nuts. Of course, now they're saying we could have a vaccine available to all by April. They were talking about July or maybe even as far off as fall. But now they're talking about April. That's not bad. Of course, it'd help if Trump wasn't holding up the turnover process here of the government, Nice to see that happen. Yeah, I wonder if Donald Jr. and Andy Giuliani hang around together, like, do they play jacks together and stuff? Or, I can see the two of them running around the White House in short pants, knee socks, playing hide and seek, that sort of thing. But 40% of the students in this country are virtual teaching only right now anyway. So what difference does it make if everybody else stays home? So here's something scary. And I bet you this girl earned her presidential knee pads. 33-year-old Catherine Mizell has been appointed to the U.S. District Court as a federal judge in the Middle District of Florida. It's a Washington, D.C. attorney from Lakeland, Florida. American Bar Association said she's completely unqualified for the job. She has no trial experience. She worked 2 trials when she was an intern. But as an attorney, she's never tried a fucking case in her life. But she's 33, relatively good looking. And she'd be moving from Washington, D.C. to Florida, which will make it real handy for her to use those knee pads when she visits Mar-a-Lago. Now, she's currently an employee of the Jones Day law firm. Gerald, welcome aboard. Yeah, but you don't want to wear knee pads for Trump, do you? Anyway, she works for the Jones Day law firm, which is the one who's represented Trump in the majority of these lawsuits that he's filed. Lawsuits that he's filed over this election. By the way, he's filed 28 lawsuits so far, and he's filed 30. He's only won 2. He's either lost or withdrawn 28 of them. Okay. And Jones Day said, as I reported last week, that they will no longer represent him in any of these cases. They're through. They're not going to do anymore. He's throwing shit at walls to see what sticks. Yeah. And nothing is sticking. Okay. Them walls are mighty slippery these days. So, yeah, but she's the youngest person to ever be appointed as a federal judge. This is a lifetime appointment. Okay, and the American Bar Association says, nah, there's no way this woman should be a federal judge at her age and with so little experience. I mean, she just ain't it, you know. So, wow. The weed of the week. Ain't one. Not that there ain't one, but that's what it's called. Ain't one. That's the weed of the week. It's 23.99% THC. And it's a sativa dominant hybrid. I thought it was pretty smooth at first, but now it's making me cough like crazy. So. And my weed of the week story. My weed of the week story is more Trump. But it's what he's facing come 1/21/21. The day after. See what I mean? the day after Inauguration Day, Trump is facing prosecution. Southern District of New York can prosecute him as individual number one in the Michael Cohen case. If you recall, Michael Cohen paid off Stormy Daniels with campaign funds from the Trump election in 2016. Campaign funds that were shuffled around through various accounts. So Trump is facing federal charges there. However, Biden says he doesn't want to pursue that. He says he wants to just move on and put that behind him, which is probably a good idea considering the condition of the country and the amount of support that Trump has for some reason or another. It'd probably cause some kind of rioting. Plus, Trump still has that option of pardoning himself, which he could do. However, we still have Manhattan DA Cyrus Vance Jr., who is after Trump and his businesses for possible insurance and tax fraud. Vance wants 8 years of Trump's tax and financial records. And Trump took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they ruled against Trump. But they left the door open for other legal challenges. But so they took advantage of that, and they said that the warrant was too broad and it was politically motivated. So Vance took exception to that, and he said, no, it isn't, and no, it isn't, and took it to a lower court, and the judge said, no, it isn't, and no, it isn't. And so consequently, Trump's lawyers are once again taking it to the Supreme Court. So we'll see what happens there. But that's not the only problem he has in the state of New York. Because the New York Attorney General, State's Attorney, excuse me, Letitia James, was after him in a civil matter for him improperly inflating his assets for loan and insurance matters, and then deflating his assets for tax purposes. Okay. So he's got that kind of shit going on with her. And depending upon what she turns up, that civil suit, that civil matter could turn into criminal charges. So he could still be in deep doo-doo on that end. Not to mention, There are 2 defamation lawsuits from women who claim to have been sexually assaulted by him. Okay. So there's always that too. So he's got a lot going on in his life. Come the end of January, his best bet might be to head to Saudi Arabia or some shit where they like him. Because I don't think he's going to have a good time here once he gets out of office. Things aren't going to be fun, you know. So that's my happy story. Gee, I'm out of notes. That's all the news I have this week. So now we can just sit and chat. So apparently I'm not as mentally ill this week as I was 3 weeks ago because they kicked me out of group. I don't have to go to group therapy anymore. They said I'm well-ish enough that I can just go see a shrink now and a counselor and not have to do group, which is cool because I'm sitting around in a room with people way crazier than me. That was obvious. So what's new in your lives, folks? Dog's coming over tomorrow. He didn't show up today. Didn't show up in the chat either, apparently. So I'm baking a cheesecake for his mother for Thanksgiving. Well, for the family for Thanksgiving. So I'm sure he'll have a piece of that, and I'll have to have him sneak me a piece home so I can have a piece of my own cheesecake. I never make them for myself. So it costs too much. So looks like it's going to be a short show. Unless somebody talks to me. Here we go, buds. What's up? Dog came by and hooked me up with a laptop and camera. Whoop, whoop. Now I can make videos and upload. All right. What were you doing to make videos before? Or did you have a laptop that conked out or what? Or were you doing it by phone? Because, I mean, you were posting videos. Phone. I see. That'll be much easier using the laptop. Much easier indeed. Now you can sit and chat like I do. We can just look at your ugly mug like people look at my ugly mug. And Dog's ugly mug. I don't know where he is today. Usually he tunes in. So once you get used to it. It's not that hard. You mean used to talking to people or used to just using the laptop? Something's making noises in here. We have a critter problem. Stony, welcome aboard. I keep hearing this sound like something's dripping. When I move, it stops. Very strange. So I think it's a critter. Bud Porn Live. Sorry, that's you. Are you dripping? I see. Get a bag. It's a lot easier. I just wear a catheter all the time. So much simpler. It's cold and wet. It's not raining here. We're in the 40s or so. It's going to drop into the 30s or something tonight. I don't think there's any precipitation in our forecast. Let me check. Check the weather. It says it's 47 and sunny, except the sun already went down. So, there we go, 45. Daily forecast. Oh, it's supposed to rain tonight, 60% chance. Going to be 38 overnight. Tomorrow with high of 48 and a low of 30 overnight. Then we get a little warmer. Ooh. What's it going to be like on Thanksgiving? 48, low of 33, partly sunny, 10% chance of rain. So we will have rain for the next 6 months somewhere. 80% humidity, Pacific Northwest and all. Yeah. Heavy fog bank is going to be rolling in a second. I'm lighting up, brother. Sounds like a plan. Here, let me help. Hope this thing doesn't make me cough again. Jamaican fog bank. Now you're talking something there. A big ganja fog bank coming in. Let's work on that. Yeah, this ain't one. Ain't one. Hotbox universe. Here, I'll blow you one. How's that? Absolutely. Wow, this stuff is really harsh. Or my throat's gone, one or the other. Wow. I'll have to drink more fluids. Nose hits? Yeah, I do. My strawberry glue was harsh as fuck for unknown reason. Oh, that has been a minute. Prego Hooker is so smooth. Yeah, dog's supposed to bring something by his tomorrow. See how that is. But this, what was this? I think it was aptly named. Ain't one. They're right. This ain't one. You have 6 flavors. Wow, nice. Ooh. Yeah, ain't one. Ain't one grand? No, it ain't. It is 2 coffee. Ain't life grand? Yeah, life is grand when you consider the alternative. They had us draw a picture of what you fear most in group. I drew a hole in the ground and a casket. I said I feared death. They said, "You fear death?" I said, "Well, I don't fear it so much as that it pisses me off because I'm closer to it than I've ever been before." So something is making a noise. I don't know what it is. Spider mice are sent from the devil, I'm sure. Oh, mimosa sativa hybrid. Ooh, sounds like a yummy. They pee in your Wheaties. It's going great. It's going great. I got to thin it out some tonight, but otherwise, it's going great. In fact, it's going so great, I got to thin it out some tonight. Yeah. Is that what cabinet your grow tent or still a confession box? No, it's still a confession box. Come on over if you got something to confess. Otherwise, keep it to yourself like you always have. Because that's what I do. I've never been in that thing. Except to put in a new speaker. No, I didn't. No, I'm kidding. Did you cover the glory hole? Did I cover the glory hole? Oh. You lost me there. Oh, I got you. I don't know. I think it's just with altar boys, isn't it? It's only with the altar boys. Yeah. That's a bunghole. Yeah. Obviously, you weren't really Catholic, huh, Stoney? I was raised a Catholic, but it didn't go well. I got thrown out of Catholic high school in my freshman year. In fact, I went to a Catholic prep seminary and got thrown out of there in my freshman year. Thank you for fighting. I hit a junior. It really wasn't a fight. I hit him once and he started crying. So that means you are normal. I guess so. I guess so. But I did have the opportunity to sing in the Cardinals Cathedral choristers. So I sang for the Archbishop of Chicago in the Holy Name Cathedral, which was pretty cool because it was like, the biggest place in the city, the coolest place for the Catholic Church. And I sang in the coolest choir. And they gave us bus fare. And because I lived in Cicero and not in the city, I lied to them and told them I had to take 2 buses. So they gave me double the money. So I always tell people that I sang professionally because I got paid, Yeah, so. Because I profited from it. So I figure I sang professionally, right? It's the way I look at it. But I sang for Christmas Mass at the cathedral, midnight Mass, and we sang in 5 languages. I thought that was pretty cool. Am I a professional if I profit from not singing? I mean, if they pay you not to sing, yeah. Pay to STFU. I mean, they'd have to pay you not to sing, like here's $1, don't sing. Please. Like you're that bad. We don't want to hear it. Like we would for you, buds. You love to sing, but it's awful. I used to have a really good singing voice. And then my bestie Denise was tending bar one day at the keg. And I came in there rather late in her shift. And she said, "Where have you been?" And in my best Yoda voice, I said, "If too early I arrive," it was drunk I get if too early I arrive. And ever since then, I've had a raspy voice. I never recovered. And I lost my singing voice. So when I go to karaoke at the keg, I sing the Beatles. Why don't we do it in the road? So at least I can sing that, I can even squeak out the high parts. Yes, Yoda stole my voice. The Jedi bastard. That's the one, Stony. I can sing that one. I blew him away the first time I sang it, and I forgot to turn the mic on. But then it is a very small bar. You know, I don't know if you had a chance to see what was it? Rockstock? Is that what we called it? Or the Stoner Buddies? But we showed the bar in that, and it's like the size of some people's garages. it's not a big place. So it's just a little joint. Cozy little dive bar. So, but we like it, you know. It's a fun place. I don't know when he's going to start with the extension. The virus is really killing us here. You know, it's tough to, especially now. They just, as of Friday, everything's shut down again. Yeah, it's right on the river. Buds, you should see what they did out back. They excavated out back. They ripped out all the crap and shrubs and some of the trees, and they tiered it. And they're gonna put in concrete, different concrete levels going down to the river. And he's talking about putting in horseshoes, a horseshoe pit on one of the levels, and probably beanbag toss, cornhole game, and picnic tables overlooking the river. It's all going to be different. He's putting an addition on the back where he can have 2 pool tables. Told you about our numbers. We had 208 deaths in one day. Oh my goodness. Pin the penis on the hooker. Fun game. That's awful, Katie, really. Well, she's back here now for Thanksgiving with her family. But it's just going to be just she and her husband, her daughter, her son, and her son's girlfriend. And that's it. The governor's persona non grata. No counties had no deaths. We have an outrageous situation in Illinois, although we were stable this past week. But O'Hare Field had quadruple the number of people at the airport yesterday than they had 6 months ago. So people are traveling like crazy. Is it Ohio State, I believe, took a survey Over 40% of the people said they'd be having Thanksgiving dinner with 10 people or more. So I don't know what's wrong with some of these people that they won't shut their states down. Close things up. Our state shut down. Body condoms. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's why you wear the mask, so you don't have the deaths. I mean, that's the purpose. You're right, buds. They don't listen here. Make America dead. Yeah. Make America dead. That's what it's all about. It impedes your breathing. Trump stole our stupids. I know everybody's afraid that he's going to pull this out somehow, and that if they speak out, they'll be in trouble. And the thing is, he's not going to pull this out somehow, and then it isn't going to fucking matter. Because you know what? Then they'll really be in trouble because they won't get reelected. Okay? Exactly, Stoney. They're all chicken shits. Boy, we're coming up on 420. I'm afraid to light another one of these. Maybe the next one won't be so bad. Is there a chance? Could the next one be different? No, there'll never be a federally mandated lockdown, nor will there be anybody who gives a fuck about any of us. Okay? Yeah, the idiots we shut in a locker in high school. It'll be a complete turnaround, Gerald. It'll be a complete turnaround, and things will happen so fast. Things will be switching like crazy. Mother Nature, welcome aboard. We were just talking about the idiot and how he won't turn things over, and how wonderful things are going to be, and how quickly things are going to change once all that happens. And how we all can't wait. And how these local governors still refuse to bend because they're afraid that he might somehow pull off this coup. And they still haven't, they still refuse to give up. The same thing with these senators, although more and more of them seem to be giving in. Yeah, well, most of the time he spends his ass out on the golf course these days. He's had very little to say except I won, you know. And people he's got speaking for him, you know, who's going to listen? You know, Giuliani doesn't even know the definition of the words coming out of his fucking mouth. If he was hitchhiking, I would. Yeah, me too. Oops. Must have hit a deer. By his ear. Okay. He's kicking and screaming. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they'll be tossed out just the same. Straight jacket. Well, you know, or maybe he'll just blow his brains out behind the seat in the room with no corners, huh? Oh, we're doing great. We're just yucking it up about him losing this whole thing. Handcuffs? Yeah, no, I'm thinking the straight jacket, you know. Right into Letitia James handcuffs. Okay. You got Rosetta Stone seeds. Okay. Brothers Grimm. Can you grow the Rosetta Stone? I didn't know you could do that. Is that like Sister Rosetta Stone? Class. I don't even know what I'm growing. Buds, you know what I'm growing. But I wouldn't know what they are. I mean, which one's which? What am I growing anyway? Stoney's Mystery Seeds. Oh, okay. I missed 420. Happy 423. Yeah, three kinds. I was in a chat the other day. They were saying morning glories are so invasive. They have no merit. Really? Well, don't ever plant mint. Mystery. You lose the label? Or did I? I don't know. Buds must have, because I wasn't involved in the starting of them. Oh, were they eating the morning glory seeds? You got a shitload of mystery? Bubblegum White Widow and Ghost Train Haze. Oh, there's no mystery in that. if you know what they are. I got the bomb. Sweet. Oh, I see. Well, they should have been eating the seeds. You don't know what's what till they're done. Well, then get her done. This one seems to be less coffee. You have to actually taste it. That's right, Mother Nature. I think it's smoother at the fat end. But these things get harsh. I do not recommend whatever it was I said this was. It ain't. Or ain't it? Or whatever it was. I talked to Sally just last night. Whether you gave him some seeds in your person. Okay. So when they're done, I'll have come taste. Tell you. Seed trading. That's the way to go. Keep the genetics alive. You have 6 Ghost Train haze grown now. When I get to harvest, we'll have to party. Sounds good. So you got your closet set up? Oh, not till after the first of the year. Well, you going to make the closet a Christmas gift to yourself? Give yourself a whole lot of gifts. ID theft. Oh, That's not good. Not good at all. Back in May. Oh, I remember that. Started your kitchen remodel with the last stim check. I see. You waiting to finish it with this one? Because you might be waiting a while. Tried to get unemployment. Well, what can you do until after January 20th, you know? Because this guy ain't going to do shit but go play golf until then and fuck up the government. He's going to keep replacing people with loyalists. That's what he's going to do. He's fucked up the Pentagon. Okay. He's fucked up intelligence. Been on SSDI for over 20 years. No unemployment to collect. Yeah. So he's going to start attacking other agencies, I'm sure. Okay. He's doing a favor to anyone he fires? I don't know. He's firing career people. And these are people who were there before he got there. People who know what they're doing. And he's putting in loyalists to his and lunatics. Okay. I mean, he put a guy in the Pentagon that thought we ought to be shooting refugees coming to our southern border. Okay. And this guy's an Islamophobe as well. Okay. So that's a guy he put in place in the Pentagon. So he's a scary motherfucker, this Trump son of a bitch. Not to mention, think of the knowledge he's taken out of the White House when he leaves. Ain't that a scary thought? Let that sink in for a minute now, okay? What has he got to sell when he walks out of there? Okay. I mean, that scares the fuck out of me. What kind of knowledge he leaves the White House with. That's because he's all about the money, always was. And we know he owes a shitload of fucking money, some $400 million to who knows who. Most likely the Russian government. Geekocidal tendencies, welcome aboard. No one is going to help Trump on the way out. These PPIs still need to find, these people still need to find work after the fact. Yes. Well, that's the thing is all of these politicians who refuse to abandon him now are going to have a tough time getting reelected in the future. They're going to have to deal with that come next election time. These governors are going to be sweating it. These red states are going to have blue governors real soon. So they're going to be doing a lot of apologizing for a lot of sick and dead people. So well, I don't know. He's going to have this radio channel, but I don't know how much broadcasting he can do from prison in New York, since the radio station's in Florida. So that's true, Stoney. They never do apologize. It's all double talk, Florida and its meth gators. Did you see the size of that gator? Crawled out onto someplace. I don't know. I just saw the tail end of the news story. That was like the biggest frickin' alligator I ever saw in my life. Thing was enormous. I didn't see any environmental stories in the news this week. It was all about Trump and Biden, of course, and the virus. So did I pun? It must have been inadvertent. Look at that. I'm funny even when I don't know it. I don't know. It'll be so nice not to have the constant mental rape by that orange moron every day. No kidding. You can kick back and relax. But, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. On Saturday, it's going to be like, well, the world was bright and sunny today. It's going to be like, there was unicorns. You know, I'm just going to be at a loss for words. Yeah, yeah. We have 20 years of shit to talk about as they unravel the truth of the last four. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, they'll say the same thing about the next guy. And the next guy, and the next. Yeah, I'm sure. Heart stars and rainbows and the gold balloons. This one is special. Hey, Buster. Hearts and farts and both fade away. Yes, I hope so. For the sake of my nose. Oh, funny stuff. Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. We really don't have much of a choice, do we? Unless we catch the virus and die by then. Unless they are glitter farts. Yeah, that's a possibility. I wrote a song once about hearts and farts dissipating once. Yes, on shrooms. I see. Of course, on shrooms. Glitter farts. Yes, glitter farts. Sparkly glitter farts. What would they smell like? Farts. Of course, they'd smell like farts. Do they sting? No, they stink. Ah. Uh, uh, not the ultra fine glitter. I see. Just so it's not those great big squares. Uh, yes, they do. Hey, dog, welcome aboard. Been wondering where you were. We were just talking about glitter farts. Of course. Of course we were. I'm sorry, all of a sudden I just spaced. I don't know why. I spaced. Where are we? Oh, listening and making dinner. I see. Dog boils a mean hot dog. Toast and beans. Oh, okay. He boils a mean pot of beans. Or did you microwave them? Come back, Spliffy. We over here. The zone. Yeah, I just kind of zoned out there for a second. Oh, shit. Spaced. I'm back. I don't know what happened there. Maybe this is better weed than I thought. Yes, you are, Mother Nature. Yeah, so you get down to about here, and these things get real nasty. But it's too early for another 420. So I'm going to try an experiment. I got one that I can start down here. So much love to you, Mother Nature. It's always 420 somewhere, huh? Okay. Well, I got one that's already short. So I'm going to try and see if it makes me cough when it's already short. So we'll try that one and see if length has anything to do with it. Come on now. Don't be obstinate. Where were we? Cheers. Might be the resin. Maybe. The buildup. No, it's pretty harsh. It's pretty harsh just being short. Shorter ones might be better for you because of that. Just an idea. Because they make me cough. Brian, welcome aboard. I don't know what's going on here. You're an MD. I know it says so. No, it's definitely harsh. I don't like that either. I'll just have to quit for a little while. Yes, it has been a while. Whoa. Mrs. Spliffy is back. Just got the headlights in the face here. How's Diafordia? I don't know what that means. Oh, thank you. I'll pass that on. Oh, she's seen me before. It's nothing new. I want to chill with Mr. Bonebrain. Sold house in Florida. Moved off grid in Tennessee. Oh. You're in Oregon now. Oh, I was wondering where you went off to. You like it up there? You're not on fire or nothing, right? Mother Nature says hi, Marilyn. Sends her best. Very, very cold, but beautiful. Coming up there in the spring. Snow there already, huh? Spring is amazing there. I'll bet. Going up there in the spring, huh, Brian? Oh, that's cool. Have to visit. Oh, that's cool. Your disability went through. Yeah, how's the weather where you're at? The winters make you appreciate the spring and summer. That's true. That's true. I know we get cold winters and Pacific Northwest. Horizontal rain till April. Oh, be snowing here soon. Here too. In fact, this weekend we might get some. So I'm going to buy a flat ground. Oh, cool. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, that's okay. I don't like that kind of shit. You have your brass flowers out. Go in the water and die. '81 right now in the beautiful dry Arizona. Oh, I'd like '81. Guess I'm not forgotten, man. Not at all. Not at all, Brian. You were thumb too, Stony? Uh, supposed to get 86 tomorrow. I wouldn't mind that either, honestly. We're in the 60s, nice day today. We were in the 40s. It was a crappy day. Had 2 freeze nights so far. We've been in the 30s and shit almost every night for weeks. They come to Chicago in January, short trip. I absolutely did. I rolled up that newspaper, gave him a good smack on the nose. Bone trail penetrating warmth. Your kids all want to live way up north? Oh, well, after 2 years in Alaska, I'd like to live somewhere warm. I'd like to feel that warm, dry heat. That's what I'd like to feel. keep Chicago from becoming a prison again. And we sure will. Sure rock. The city sucks. Yeah, it's gotten bad. It's gotten pretty violent. A rock ago. There's a lot of guns. It's gotten really bad in recent years. It's not safe. You know, most any place, it's not safe. That's a shame. Whether I have a grow mat I throw on my bed, 3x5. Nice and cozy. Had to keep the Tootsies warm. Yes, it is a shame. You know, it's the city I grew up in, but that's not the city I grew up in. Uh, I mean, even 20 years ago when I moved out of that city, it's not the same. So it's become way more violent. And I don't know. And it's police violence too. You know, that's the thing. Uh, I have a real problem with who they hire these days across the country when it comes to police. I don't think they should be hiring ex-military to be police officers. You know, that's not the way it was done in the past, and that's not the way it should be done now. I think they should be hiring individuals who have a college education and at least 2 years of law. And they their background should be along those lines, not first be trained to kill and then be trained to be a law enforcement officer. That's not the proper training for a law enforcement officer. That's not the way to go about training people. Speaking of cars, I finally got my Jeep registered. It's been since 2018. Yay, me. Oh, good for you. My house here doesn't even lock, and if the key leaves the truck, I can't go anywhere because I lost it. Well, why? Why doesn't your house lock? Shouldn't you like put a lock on your house? Right? That's right. It is. But I mean, wouldn't it be prudent to put a lock on your house? Yeah, get some milk. I mean, that would make the most sense. Then you could put the two keys together, put them in your pocket. Never met me one of those reefer addicts. Mama says they're no good. Yeah, well, you're right. They are no good. See now, Mia, it's medicine. So I'm not a reefer addict. I just take my medication. I went ahead and took the battery out of my clock at 420, so it stays 420 here all the time. Yeah, I have several broken clocks around the house, and they're all set to 420. What if he has those holy kind of pockets? Oh, religious pockets, you mean? Then I pray for him. Except I don't know who to pray to because I don't believe in that shit. I'll stick with potheads. With your hair growing in, Spliffy looks like you have blue earmuffs. What's up? Yeah, blue earmuffs. That's what I'm wearing now. I'm trying to get to the point where I can pull it back and just wear it with the light on. I have a bald spot with the light on. See? But if I turn the light off, it gets real spooky in here. See? Ooh. See? Still have a lot of time till 420. But I have less of a bald spot, as you can see. I have more orange hair. Hair here. Hair here. Hair here. I have hair here. I think he was look awesome if he'd had my blue mohawk to his reverse hawk. You're awesome, Spliffy. Oh, thank you. You're awesome as well. You're beyond awesome. You're spectacular. If he had my blue mohawk and your blue mohawk, to his reverse mohawk. I have a reverse mohawk. It's not really, see, there's much less orange on this side than on this side. It's not, it's kind of offset. It's asymmetrical. Do you have any water? No, I have a beverage. It doesn't matter much. I'm raspy all the time. Your bedroom clock stopped at 4:19 5 years ago, and you left it. It drives the warden nuts. Cool. I like that, Stony. So, neener. That's funny stuff. She's not a stoner? Really? How can she put up with you? Oh my goodness. Mrs. Spliffy is. She's a stoner. Boy, this is much easier on my eyes. Not having the light on. You're nothing alike. Well, somehow or another, she still cares for you, though, huh? Hopefully, you find a guy that likes to drive you crazy in the right ways. Say no more. I'm sure there's one out there. Buds and Hazard says we're going to connect for trivia tonight. Oh, cool. What time will that be? I want to hear a sense of humor has created. Has Kim passed? 1/13, 2020, 4/20. I can't remember my own birthday, but that's stuck forever now. I like to lock the bathroom door and make her laugh till she has to pee, but can't. That's messed up. Not sure when being lazy right now. I'm there too, Aldi. I'm evil. Yes. Needs a beating. She'll ask now. I see. Catching on to you. You need a new gig. She doesn't pull that on you, though, huh? Of course, you go pee anywhere. She's not funny. Well, hey, we're getting there, folks. Only moments away. And then we can toke up a 420 with Mother Nature here. She's a grade school teacher. Oh, so she's used to talking down to you like a child. Used to talking to you like a little kid. You guys doing a panel? Absolutely. She can hear you. She can hear you typing. So it's fair play or karma then. All those kids needing to pee. Told no. Over the years. Just going to be like, you deserve that one. Much love to Coast. She just knows it's creepy. She said hi, huh? Ooh, we're getting so close. Are you ready, Mother Nature? You all loaded? Are you packed and ready to get loaded? Okay. I got myself a big one this time. So hopefully the fat end won't make me cough. Like the fuse on this bomber. So that we're up to the minute here. Happy 420, everybody. No, it's not going to make me choke. It's not even going to burn. There we go. I'll do a trifecta. Okay. Time for a new lighter. At least you got it going. Well, that's a trifecta. Happy 420. See, the fat end of this biggie is not making me cough. It's pretty cool. We all got in on that. Yeah, kind of like that. A brass pipe that's been in my pocket 20 years fell in the river Wednesday. So I went to the hardware store and made a new one. Cool. Just like the old one? Yeah, somebody will find it and have it for another 20. There you go. New leaf. An 11th finger. There you go. Whatever that means. Stoney, you say the strangest things. That's why we love you. Is that you, Buster? Buster wants to go outside. So, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to let him out. This is the tricky part. Okay. Come on, boys. Not a good idea to stand up with my reading glasses on. Now, what are we talking about here? Metal detector. Oh no, children don't look at the background. Tell the truth, you voted Trump. You know, this has all been reverse psychology. And you love Trump. No, that's not at all true. You know that. Yes, whack his pee-pee. You're right, Stoney. I'll beat you when you get here tomorrow. Just for posting that. I lost the strain in 2018 when I had to cut my garden down. Rolling up Chicago Tribune Sunday paper. Uh-oh. Have you any idea how big that is? Oh, pee-pee whacking. You gonna be good, Doc? Okay. That's a pamphlet now? I don't know. Used to be more than you could lift. When my cat wants out, beats up my fat cat. Really? Poor fat cat. I had a girlfriend who had a cat and a rabbit, and the rabbit used to beat the shit out of the cat all the time. It'd jump over the cat and hit the cat with its hind legs while the cat was sleeping. trained me. He trained you to hit the fat cat. What? My cat turned out to be a great farm cat. She gets 2 or 3 mice a day. Cool. My dad had Maine Coon that ate rabbits. Oh. Did he want that? I mean, really? You know, there's a dog at the door. And I know if I go to the door, it's only going to be one dog. It's only going to be Heidi. I'm going to have a hell of a time getting the other one in. Chase a rabbit every morning. One a day, maybe. Gigantic cat. It's you, let me in. I see. Okay, dog. If it's you, since it's you, I'll be right back again. This time, I'm leaving the reading glasses here so I don't fall on my face like I almost did the last time. Crap. There. We're going to have 2 dogs. There. That could have been quite a tragedy. I got my foot caught in the Ethernet cable. So ripped it out of the computer. So wish I could catch the guy who keeps wiping his fingers all over my glasses. There. There's not much. Okay. Where am I? Oh, is Mother Nature leaving? Good night, Mother Nature. Um, Thanks for coming aboard. You have cords on your floor? I don't have a headboard. I just have cords all over my floor and a laptop. And I just set everything up in about 5 minutes, and here I am. Oh, there it is. I'm still hearing that sound. I don't know what the hell that is. It's driving me nuts all the whole show here. I don't know what it is. I suppose I'll find out when I'm done. But you'll tell me for a sandwich. I woke up from a 2-day drunk SPLIFFY. Some asshole had shit in your pants. Wow. Did you find out who it was? Glad to hear that, Brian. He's sexy now. So, I think I'm going to wrap things up. And then I can unplug all these cables and go eat something. Because that's what I want to do. Okay, guys. So remember, there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. And check me out Tuesday, and I'll play some music for you, and we'll talk. And come back next week. Come back next week, and we'll talk some more. And 9 p.m. Connect 4. Okay. We can connect 4. Good night.